Hello students, in the previous class we learned to find out Laplace inverse by making a perfect square or by direct formula. Now the third category is by doing the partial fractions. So first let us understand the concept of partial fractions. Partial fraction means splitting up the fraction into the simpler fraction, right? I need to have a proper fractions to do the partial fraction. Proper fraction means the degree of numerator should be less than the degree of denominator. If the degree of numerator and denominator is same or the degree of numerator is more than denominator, it is known as improper fraction. And you have to do algebraic division first to reduce it to proper fraction, and then we can do the partial fraction. Now we will learn how to do the partial fraction first, and in the same I will explain you how to get the Laplace inverse also. See, when we do the partial fraction, the first step is factorize the denominator. When you factorize the denominator, you may come across three cases. Case 1, when you have linear non-repeated factors. See here, it is linear because power of x is 1 and it is non-repeated factor. X minus 1 is coming once and x plus 2 is coming once. Case 2, linear and repeated factors. See, x minus 1 is repeating twice. Third case is non-linear because I have x1, so it is known as non-linear. Now let us one by one learn how to solve these cases. First we will start with case 1. See, this is case 1. I have a linear non-repeated factor. What is the concept? How I will do it? First we write this a upon s minus 1 plus b upon s minus 2. Now you take the LCM on both the side and solve it. So s plus 2 is equal to a s minus 2 plus b s minus 1. Now you need to find out the value of a and b which satisfy this equation. What is the best way? See, the first bracket becomes 0 when s is equal to 2. So put s is equal to 2. When you put s is equal to 2, what you will get? 4 is equal to 2 minus 1 is 1. So 4 is equal to b. Right? Same way now you put s is equal to 1. So when you put s is equal to 1, how this equation will be reduced? 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So minus a, and this term will become 0. So a is equal to minus 3. Okay, so now this function which they have given, for which I need to find out the Laplace inverse, and now I have Laplace inverse of s plus 2 upon s plus minus 1 and s minus 2 is equal to Laplace inverse of a. What is a? Minus 3. So minus 3 upon s minus 1, I am putting it here, plus b. b is 4. So 4 upon s minus 2. Right? Now tell me what is Laplace inverse of 1 upon s minus 1? E to the power t. So minus 3 e to the power t plus 4 e to the power 2t. So this will be your answer. So we have learned how to do the partial fraction as well as we have find out the Laplace inverse of that equation. So now let us do the second one. Let us see this question. Again, see, this is the case 1 when I have linear non-repeated factors. So what I will do, I will rewrite it as a upon s minus 1 plus b upon s minus 2 plus c upon s minus 3. Correct? Now what will happen, I will take the LCM. So 2s square minus 6s plus 5 is equal to a s minus 2, s minus 3 plus b, s minus 1, s minus 3 plus c, s minus 1, s minus 2. Now I need to find out the value of a, b, c which satisfy this equation. I will apply the same formula. I will put first s is equal to 2. I am selecting from here because when I put s is equal to 2, this term will become 0, last term will become 0. The moment you put s is equal to 2, see what you will get here? 2 square is 4. 4 2s are 8. Okay? 6 to the 12. 8 minus 12 is what? Minus 4. Minus 4 plus 5 is what? Plus 1. So 1 is equal to, first term will become 0, last term will become 0 because I am putting s is equal to 2. Right? So in the center term only I will get the terms. So I will get b, 2 minus 1 is 1 and 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So I got b is equal to minus 1. Right? Now what I will do? I will put s is equal to 3. When you put s is equal to 3, see 3 square is 9. 9 twos are 18. 6 threes are 18. 18 minus 18 gone. So I have only 5. On the other side, first term and second term will become 0 because they have s minus 3 as a factor. So the last term will give me c. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So value of c is equal to 5 by 2. Right? So now let us see the third thing when I am putting s is equal to 1. When you put s is equal to 1, here 2 minus 6 that is minus 4. Sorry, 2 minus 6 that is minus 4 plus 5 that is 1. So 1 is equal to, I am putting s is equal to 1 means minus 1 minus 2. So a value is equal to 1 by 2. Right? Now, this value of ABC you put in the question. So, Laplace inverse of the given question is Laplace inverse of C. I am directly putting the value A is 1 by 2. So, 1 by 2 S minus 1 plus B. B is minus 1. So, minus 1 upon S minus 2. C is 5 by 2. So, 5 by 2 upon S minus 3. Correct? So what will be the answer? 1 by 1 you take the Laplace inverse of each term. So this will be 1 by 2 e to the power t minus e to the power 2t plus 5 by 2 e to the power 3t. That is our answer. Okay, so this was our case 1 when you have linear factor which are non-repeated. Now let us see the case 2 when we have a repeated factors. Now look at this, I have repeated factor. So how you will write the repeated factor? It will be a upon s minus 2. First I have written non-repeated factor. Order does not matter, you can write the repeated factor also first. Plus b upon s minus 1 plus c upon s minus 1 square. Okay, now take the LCM as we did in the case 1. So s plus 2 is equal to a s minus 1 square plus b s minus 1 s minus 2 plus c s minus 2. Now again I will start the same process because I want the values of a, b, c which satisfy this equation. So first you put s is equal to 1. When you put s is equal to 1, what you will get? 3 is equal to c minus 1. Implies c is equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay. Now you put s is equal to 2. When you put s is equal to 2, you will get 4 is equal to 8. Okay. Remaining two terms will become 0. Now see, in this question when repeated, I don't have any other value to substitute. So what I will do, I will put the easiest value of s, that is 0. So when you put s is equal to 0, what you will get? 2 is equal to a, okay, then plus 2b minus 2c. And now solving this equation, you can get the value of b. This is one way. The other easier version is, see in this equation, if you equate the highest degree coefficient, highest degree is s square. So if you look here, what is s square term here? I don't have s square term. So what is the coefficient of s square? 0. So 0 is equal to, go to right hand side, s square coefficient here will be a. When you open it by a minus b whole square, s square coefficient will be a. So a plus b. So this gives me a is equal to minus b. So A value is 4. So value of B is minus 4. Right? So now my question will be reduced to L inverse of the A value is 4. So 4 upon S minus 2. Then B is minus 4. Minus 4 upon S minus 1. Plus C is minus 1 by 3 upon S minus 1 square. I am putting the values here. Right? Now take the Laplace inverse of each term one by one. First term will be 4 e to the power 2t minus 4 e to the power t minus 1 by 3 t e to the power t. And we are done. This is the answer. Right? So this was our case 2 when I have linear repeated factors. Now let us go to non-linear factor, that is our case 3. Right? Now I am on case 3. So case 3, how I will do? See this thing, first you write the linear factor. Okay? Then for the non-linear factor you write bs plus c upon s square plus 4. If non-linear factor is repeated, you have to write bs plus e upon s square plus 4 square. Right? So for quadratic or non-linear, we have to write bs plus c expression. Again same thing, take the LCM. So 3s minus 1 is equal to a s square plus 4 plus s minus 3 bs plus c. Okay. Now we have to solve this. We have to get the value of a, b, c which satisfy this equation. So first thing, so I can see, I can put s is equal to 3. That will make the second term 0. So I will put s is equal to 3. So 3 3s are 9, 9 minus 1 is 8. So 8 is equal to a. Then when I am putting 3, 3 square is 9 and 13. So I got a is equal to 8 by 13. Right? Now for B and C, if I randomly put the value of S, it will become little bit complicated and you have to solve simultaneous equations. Yeah, you can easily solve because you have calculators. If not, what is the other way? Comparing the coefficients. See now, compare the coefficient of S square. What is the coefficient of S square here? Nothing. So 0. What is the coefficient of S square there? A plus B. Right? Implies B is equal to minus 8 by 13. Now next is compare the constant terms. Okay, means s to the power 0. That is constant. So I am comparing the constant term. What is the constant term here? Minus 1. What is the constant term here? 4a. Right? When I will open the bracket, 4a will come. That side if I see, this will not give constant, this will not give constant, this will not give, so minus 3c. So this is the equation. Now I know the value of A and I have to find out the value of C. So what will be the value of C here? See 3C is equal to 4A plus 1 and C is equal to 4A plus 1 upon 3. So once you put the value of A, our A value is 8 by 13. Right? So what will be the value of C now? See, C is 8 by 13. Right? So 4 into 8 by 13 plus 1 upon 3. So it will become 13 and 8 4s are 32. 32 plus 13 we have to do. So 32 plus 13 when you are doing, you are getting 45. So 45 by 13 into 3. Right? This 13 will come down and 3. So 3 ones are and 5. So it will be 15 by 13. Right? Now this value of A, B, C, you should put in your question when you have simplified. So I will just remove the two lines and I will solve it for you. Okay? So now we will remove this. Right? And what we will do, we will substitute the values. Now our A value is 8 by 13. So 8 by 13 S minus 3 plus b. What is the value of b? Minus 8 by 13 s upon s square plus 4. What is the value of c? 15 by 13. So plus 15 by 13 s square plus 4. Now if I take the Laplace inverse, this is e to the power 80, 3t. Okay. So 8 by 13 e to the power 3t minus 8 by 13 cos 2t and plus 15 by 13 into 1 by 2 sin 2t. That is the answer. So this is how we solve the questions which involve the partial fraction. So now since you have learned to find out how to do the Laplace inverse, in next session I will teach you the application of partial fraction, of Laplace inverse to solve differential equation. Thank you very much.